important to draw wisdom from many different places. If we take it from only one place, it becomes rigid and stale. Understanding others, the other elements, and the other nations will help you become whole.
Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be reviewing the BH Cosmetics Lunar New Year collection. This is done in collaboration with XIXI Yang. They teamed up, created this beautiful Chinese New Year collection and I'm all for it. I love how BH collabed with an Asian influencer for this collection. Because Chinese New Year is this week, I didn't have enough time to create more looks with this palette, which I really wanted to, but I'm short on time and wanted to get this video up as soon as possible. So hopefully you guys will still enjoy this review. I don't really do first impressions that often because I really do like to test out a product before I come to you guys about it, but it's gonna be a chill video. We're just gonna chit chat, play around with the products, and I hope you guys will enjoy this video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it. Alright, so I'm first gonna go in with my eye primer. I'm taking this one from Kaleidos. This is their Tone Activator Eye Primer. So we're first going to dive into the eyeshadow palette. This is the Lunar New Year 2021 edition in collaboration with XIXI Yang, and it is a 21 pan palette and this is $21 US, so pretty much $1 for a shadow each, and the pans are actually quite big. I will note that there are some pressed glitters in here. From what it seems like, there are 5 pressed glitters. So just keep that in mind that there are some. And first impressions, I think this color story is really beautiful. I think the color story makes a lot of sense. We have a little bit of greens and reds. I think first impressions, I do see a lot of crossovers with the reds here. And these two darker shadows here, there's a bit of crossover. But nonetheless, I think overall it's a beautiful palette. I have not swatched this, I have not even played with it yet, so I'm really excited. I want to do a little bit of reds and gold because I am wearing my Qibao. It's not like a traditional color with red, but it does have a lot of gold on it, so I definitely want to incorporate some type of gold there. Maybe this one can be that center shade, kind of matches it, but I do want to play with the reds as well. So we're going to do a little eye look. It's not going to be anything too intense, and I'm really excited to dive into this palette. I did get sent this in PR, by the way, my first time ever getting sent PR from BH. I'm going to go into this shadow here called Gate of China. And as I am doing my eyes, I want to talk to you guys about Chinese New Year collaborations because I recently did the 21 questions tag created by Ellie Glines, and I talked a little bit about my thoughts on Chinese New Year collections. I feel like in more recent years there has been a lot more brands coming out with Lunar New Year collections. I would say maybe just a couple years ago, the only brand that I really saw come out with Lunar New Year collection was probably MAC. I remember they came out with like a highlighter, just like some brands, and it would just be one item and the feeling would feel really exclusive. But these days I feel like brands are coming out with an entire collection, and I really do see both sides. I see that, like, you know, our culture is getting represented a little bit more. But the thing is with the collections that are coming out, a lot of the collections are just old products or products they already have in their line, just with new packaging, and the packaging is very loud and red. There's nothing new. They just reuse what they already have for a Lunar New Year collection, and it makes it feel like a cash grab. Like, I can't help but feel like that. But then I also feel like it's great that our culture is getting this kind of exposure, but it's like, if you can make an entire new collection for Valentine's Day, Chinese New Year, this is our culture, this is something we go hard at. So it's like, you know, feels a bit weird. And if you're okay with these brands coming out with collections like this, like, that's fine. I see it as well and I'm happy for that. I feel like the way they are taking the approach, I'm like, it could have been done better. So when I saw this collection with BH and XIXI, I was like, this is how a collection is supposed to be done. Like, they collabed with an Asian influencer. She is literally the face of this collection. It's her collection. I'm also gonna take that shadow onto my lower lash line as well I suck at applying my makeup and talking at the same time. But anyway, I think BH really approached this collection really well. And when I posted this on my Instagram, she actually replied to my story, which is crazy. She's so sweet. She was talking to me just a little bit, and she was saying that they're trying to reach out to more Asian influencers for this collection. They want to send this out to Asian influencers. I'm like, yes girl, you go girl. And she was like, when you do your look, tag me, I'm gonna send it to BH and let them repost it and everything. I'm just like, wow, like this is how it should be done. This whole collection I think is pretty much new. I'm not sure about like the eyeliner. I love that transition shadow. I feel like it's the perfect tone. It blended out really well as well. I'm now gonna go into this shade here. It's called Mandarin. I wasn't really sure which red to choose, but I thought I would go for the most red one. And I'm just gonna start packing that on at the outer corner of my eyes over here. Wow, this is a really nice red. I feel like with red eyeshadow, sometimes they don't pull as like a true red. They can pull more to the pink side or to the purple, but this is a really nice like raspberry red. I love that. But going back to the topic of Lunar New Year collections, I'm just in the middle, but I would love to see more collections done like this. I'm sad that I couldn't do 3 looks because I think a lot of the shades in here are so stunning. There's so much you could really do, but I'm just low on time and Lunar New Year is coming up, so I thought I would just do the sort of a first impression and hopefully you guys don't mind. I really love this. This is working so well. Alright, I'm then gonna go into this shade over here called Great Wall. It's like a really nice burgundy plummy brown, and I'm gonna pack that on at the outer corners of my eyes once again just to deepen out that area. I'm gonna keep it low to my lid. I feel like this is blending out so nicely. It's a little bit different from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, I feel. I'm also going to take this onto my lower lash line as well, just at the outer corner there. And if you guys were curious, I am half Chinese. My mom is Chinese and my dad is Cambodian. We don't celebrate Chinese New Year hard out. Like, I mean, I feel like my family is not that close where we celebrate these type of holidays. But when I was younger, I did get ang baos. Is that how you say it? Ang baos. I don't know if that's just Diju or if it's Mandarin, ang bao. Red bags, red pockets, red envelopes. As I'm older, obviously, you know, those times are gone. But yeah, I was thinking of giving my like little nephew and niece a red bag. I did give them red bags for Christmas and it made me feel so old. I think the actual tradition is like once you get married, that's when you start giving out red bags. Harry and I are obviously not married yet, but it just made me feel really old giving red bags. But I'm not that old, I'm still young, so it just made me feel older, is what I'm trying to say. Now I'm gonna take this shade here called Mooncake. I love the shade names on these, it's so well thought out. I thought the gold would match my Chibao. I had to Google that, by the way, how to pronounce. I don't speak Mandarin or Cantonese, I speak Diju, which is a Chinese dialect, and I did a tutorial speaking in Diju only. If you want to check that out here, I'll leave it in the cards. But we're gonna pack. Why am I using this brush? See, I can't think straight. That brush is too big. I don't know why I took that brush. I'm gonna pack that on at the inner third of my eyes. I'm not using this shadow wet, by the way. This is dry and it's so metallic. I love this combo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I love the names in here. This is called Mooncake. Do you guys like Mooncake? I don't like Mooncake. I'm so sorry. I think it's like the texture for me. I'm a very texture type of person when it comes to food. I feel like I'm all over the place in this video, but going back to the Lunar New Year collection, let me know what you guys think down below. I want to make this a safe place where you can just share your opinion on it. There is no judgment here. I think either way, our culture is getting, you know, put out there and I love that, but I hope to see more collections like this for sure. Okay, now I'm gonna take this shade up here called Yang. And I'm gonna use this to highlight my inner corners. It's like a really nice yellowy gold. Ooh, that's intense. I feel like in the pan it looks almost like a lime green, but definitely once it's on the eyes, that is a stunning light gold. And also in the collection there are these face and body glitters. These are $12. This one is called Gold Coin and this one is called Red Envelope. It's very similar to the ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed Body Gels. I would say this one's a little bit more like gooey and like wet in texture. Very gooey and thick. So here we go. Wow. This one's a little bit more packed and intense. This one has more like chunkier glitters. But this one is Red Envelope. I'm gonna take a little bit of Gold Coin and we're gonna put that onto our lid a little. I'm just gonna take a little bit, just for a little bit of sparkle, just a teeny tiny. I think it's really interesting how glitter is perceived in makeup, because in Western makeup I feel like it's like a big no-no. If there's a pressed glitter, like the palette is just like finished, not buying that. But I feel like I don't know about in Asian beauty, but like in Korean beauty, glitters are really well loved. I feel they wear glitter a lot and I feel like they would actually really like a product like this, I feel almost. So it's just interesting to see the difference. But anyway, I'm gonna take a little bit. I just like to wipe on the back of my hand and oh, okay, that's intense, that's intense. I'm just gonna sort of blend that out. It did move my shadow underneath a little bit here. Okay, so just take a little bit on your brush. I'm gonna focus this more to the inner corners, I think. As long as you don't take too much on your brush, you won't have any problems of it lifting, but you just gotta be careful. It's kind of hard to like control how much you're taking on your brush, I feel. So also in this collection there is the liquid liner for $8 US. I'm not sure if this is a new product from BH. I will link it down below if it is or not. It is a felt tip pen, not brush tip, which I don't mind. I do prefer a brush, but felt tips, that's okay. It is a little bit chunky, I would say, but I think if you had monolids and you like a thicker liner, then this would probably work much better for you, but it is a bit of a chunkier brush. Okay, that's pretty nice actually. It's very black, very smooth. If anything, it's just the felt tip is a little bit hard for me. It's a little bit chunky. That is the wing. You guys know me. I'm gonna go in with a black eyeshadow. I'll test out the black in this palette. This one is called Yen. Or Yin. That's actually my mom's middle name, Yin. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this too. Alright, this black is pretty good. Okay, wow. I quite like this black. I usually don't like black eyeshadows in palettes because usually they're not as like intense of a black, but this one is doing the job for me. I'm gonna try and use this liquid liner to tightline my upper waterline. I quite like that. I'm gonna go in with a brown eyeliner. This one's from Artisy In. It's just a dark brown and I'm gonna tightline my bottom waterline. Last in the collection are false lashes. These are faux mink lashes for $10 US. And this style here is called Dynasty Diva. That one's the more dramatic one, I feel, and then this one is called Empress. But I'll go with Empress. This one's a little bit less full. I've never tried BH's lashes before. Alright you guys, so this is the final look using the BH Cosmetics times XIXI Yang Lunar New Year collection. I love the final look. I would love to know what you guys think down below. Before I let you guys go, I do want to wrap up on the product since today was a first impression. So we'll talk about the palette first. I'm a huge fan of this palette and I really do want to create more looks with this. I hope it's not too limited and it will stick around for a couple more weeks so you guys can get your hands on it. I think it's a really nice palette. Although there are pressed glitters that might throw some people off, I think the range of the colors in here is really spot on. You get transitions, you get medium tones, and you get all the way down to a dark black, and I really love the black as well. I want to play with more of the mattes and the metallics. The glitters are not really my favorite. I think overall I really do love the color story in this palette and I can't wait to create more looks with this. As for the glitters, I only got to use one and I do like it. I would say it's a little bit too wet of a formula, so what I noticed, like I mentioned in the first impressions, that it did lift up some eyeshadow underneath that, and I probably should have disclaimed that if you're going to use this around your eyes, be careful. It's not eye safe, I don't think. It's a face and body glitter, so just be aware of that. But because there are already so many glitters in this palette, I don't necessarily think you would need to get these. But if you're a fan of glitter and you're a fan of these shades, then by all means. And as for the liquid liner, I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of the formulation. I don't mind that it's a felt tip, but I wish it was just a little bit longer and skinnier, so that way it could be a bit easier to apply, but you can see it is quite short and I'm just not really used to that. For $8 US, and if you like felt tips, then this one is like a really great one. And as for the lashes, I only got to try out one style, which was the Empress, and I do like it. It probably won't be my go-to lash all the time. The length of it is really nice and long, and I like how it is quite sparse, but it still gives definition to your lashes, but it doesn't cover up the eyeshadow you just did. So I really do like that, and I think if you did have a mono lid or single lid, these would really show up. I think longer lashes look better on mono and single lids, but because I do have double lids, they're just a little bit too long for my type of preference, but I really do like them. I see myself using them again, and I also see myself using these ones as well. So overall, I think this collection was really well done. I really did enjoy everything. Nothing was like bad. Of course, some things stand out more than others, but overall I really did enjoy this collection and I'm really happy with the final eye look. So let me know what you guys think down below. What do you guys think of this collection? Are you going to be picking anything up? While I was off camera, I did take a little break and I went on Instagram and I saw more brands coming out with Lunar New Year things, and in a way I do understand it because it's limited edition packaging and you might want that. Like if this year is your year, then you might want something in special packaging, and if it's your favorite product, then that makes sense as well. So I do see both sides, but I would love to know what you guys think down below. I hope it can be a very comfortable and safe environment for us to talk about this, because it can be kind of controversial in a way. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it so much if you did. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.